Hi guys, welcome to part 8 of this training on how to use WordPress to build websites. Now in this conversation we're going to talk about how to add your domain to your cpanel. Now this is necessary if you actually bought your domain from another web host and you want to host somewhere else. Then you will need to add this. Now you will also need to add this if you're buying another domain from your host. You will add this again. Now, but if it is your first time that you're buying domain and hosting from a domain host, you won't need to add this because it will be automatically added to your cpanel. Like if we go here now on my cpanel, remember all the panels are the same. It doesn't matter if it's S panel, C panel, whatever. They all contain the same elements, and all you need to do is just find out where the element is on your panel or in your panel. Now we'll go to domains here. If you see domains, so if we click on domains, now this opens up the domain menu. This is where I have all my domains. As you can see from here, bitmagazine.com, which is my primary domain with which I bought this hosting plan. So that's why it's written main domain here. It was automatically added, so I did not need to add this. But all the other domains you see here, I have to add them manually. So today I'm going to add a domain I recently bought. In one of our previous videos, we bought PH Connect and ProNet. But I don't want to add any website to those domains because I just bought them for the sake of this training. Now I'm going to add the domain which I want to install a WordPress website on. So you click on add domain. Let me go back, sorry, I was a bit too fast. Now you click on add domain, you search in your panel, you will see somewhere, click add domain. Now it's going to show you temporary domain and registered domain. You click on registered domain if it's not automatically clicked, but most times it's automatically clicked. So I will say here crystalgifts.online. crystalgifts.online is a domain I just bought it, and I'm going to use it for an e-commerce site. Now remember this point, it says share document root home bitmagazine public HTML with bitmagazine.com. Now this document root is like the filing system. It's the file that contains your primary domain. So once you're adding a secondary domain to your cpanel, you must uncheck this. You must uncheck this. Otherwise, if you don't uncheck it, whatever thing you install on that new domain, go and remove what you have in your primary domain. Let's take for instance, if I don't check it now and I go and install something on that crystalgifts.online. This is my primary domain, bitmagazine.com. If I install anything here, Crystal Online, if I don't uncheck this now, let's say if I check this and install anything, I later go to my WordPress and install, I've automatically removed what is here. So the WordPress will now appear here. So that's why you have to uncheck this. So it creates a file path for it. It creates a file system where all your website documents and stuffs will be housed in. So now we've added this. I click on submit. It's very simple. WordPress or blogging is the entry level IT, so it's not so complex. The complex side of IT is when you start getting into programming, coding. At that level, you are trying to become, or you are becoming, an extraordinary human being, because your brain begins to work like a Formula One person. Sorry, like a Formula One car. Even though, yes, as a blogger, your brain will still have to think that way, because sometimes you encounter a couple of problems that you have to be creative about solving. So you can see the process is very simple. There's no rocket science to it. It's not complex. You don't need to stress your brain to do this. It's very simple. You've added the domain, and that is it. So as we've added the domain, we can now go to WordPress and install our website there. Okay? So it's a very simple thing. It's not complex. You can do it at all times. You can do it 1,000 times. Okay? Thanks. We'll see you in the next